What should I wear for the interview? Can I wear skirts?
I don't know what characteristics or values I should embody for the company to accept me.
The last company that rejected my application said that I was too shy. What should I do?
Should I stick with the course I studied, or should I switch?
This week on Unemployment Soft, we cover the ways on how to become a physical therapist.
In the Philippines, there's an insufficient amount of physical therapists in which the total number of registered physical therapists are only 24,500 from the year 1969 up to now. The reason behind this low number of physical therapists is that there are only particular health professions that are in such high demand in other countries like nurses and medtech. Driven by a Filipino's desire to work abroad, the Filipinos choose the best bridge to that desire by becoming a physical therapist.
Despite the fact that only a few are graduates from the physical therapy, there are still employers that look for physical therapists. That being said, let us get on to the tips and requirements for you to become a physical therapist. First, there is a certain educational requirement for you to be employed. You must have a bachelor's degree in physical therapy with heavy courses such as anatomy, physiology, biology, chemistry, and physics. Also, there are some employers who look for physical therapists with license issued by the Professional Regulations Commission or the PRC.
Second, you should have the following skills and competencies. Good communication skills both verbally and in writing. Be able to work independently and in teams. Knowledgeable on how to deal with patients. Perform duties despite the stress that will be encountered. And be able to organize and create therapy treatment programs.
Third, you should be able to ace the interview. The interview is the first impression you'll leave with your possibly future employer. Therefore, make sure that you stand out. We've got a few tricks and tips for you to leave the best impression and become the physical therapist that you want to be.
First, be prepared. Research everything about the company, such as their values, history, and goals. Make sure that when you are asked questions about these, your answer should be able to reflect the same vision or core values as your chosen company. Companies will want to hire personnel who will be easy to work with and shares the same stand as them.
Second, practice before the day of the interview. Conduct a mock interview for you to be familiarized with typical and possible questions that may be asked. In doing so, you will lessen the chance of your mind going blank, thus letting your potential shine through.
Third, think about your appearance. Interviews are not only about good answers, but also the neatness of the applicant. You should dress appropriately and be well groomed on the day of the interview.
Fourth, a good impression starts with punctuality. Time is essential to the employers, therefore you should not make them waste their time by waiting for you. Make sure to be at the application venue at least 30 minutes to an hour before the call time.
And finally, the most important part of the application, the questions. Be ready to answer any question carefully. Your interviewers might ask operational and situational questions that will really test your knowledge about the human body and your eagerness to improve your patient's condition. In addition, employers want physical therapists who don't just depend on their books, but also live by their values. So make sure that you should answer confidently and clearly without any delay. Lastly, prepare to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions about the job and the company after the interview.
So those were the requirements you should take note of to successfully apply for a job as a physical therapist.
Take note of how you act, how you think, and how you present yourself. That's it for this week's Unemployment Solved. Thank you for watching.